Welcome to another episode of Behind the Scenes. Today is another special episode that we've been trying to do for a while. We finally got it done. People are going to be upset that we're doing this car, but I think there's a story to tell here. It's going to be really interesting, and give it a chance and check it out. So let me introduce you to Tyler. And you guys might know him by his car, which is called, also it's a Miata, but it's known as a camberghini, right?
Camberghini, no fucks given. It's whatever you want.
Here's the masterpiece, and when I first see this car, the first thing that comes to my head, it's like a car from a prop of like some kind of movie, like I don't even know, like Terminator or something like that. What wheels are you running on your car?
So
like
these are SSR Evolutions. These actually, I don't know exactly what they are because this sticker has been replaced like 3 times. So all I know is they're SSRs, and then they are fully rebuilt. Obviously a little bit different specs than factory.
Just so you guys can, like, for reference to see how deep this lip is like, let me put my forearm so you guys can see. Like, that is, I don't even know that even does justice. Like, my whole hand is here and there's still lip to go, which is pretty ridiculous. But it looks, I think the lip looks awesome. It looks pretty clean to me.
By 14s with a 10-inch lip in the rear.
And you're running in the rear, you're running spacers, right?
Yeah, and that's just to clear the barrel, because otherwise with the camber it'd be rubbing.
Okay. Tell us the specs of the front wheel.
So this is a by 12 with an 8-inch lip. I don't know the actual offsets just because of the factory wheel. It's around, I think, negative 50 something in the front and then 70 something in the rear. Somewhere around there. I don't remember exactly. Someone did the math for me. Yeah.
And the tires you have are R888s, which are like known for being like awesome track tires. What size are these? What are the size in the front staggered?
285, 35s in the front, and then we have 335, 35s. Or are they 30s? Maybe 30s.
Let's see.
No, they're 30s. So
335. I do that all the time
so
with my cars.
285, 30, and then 335, 30.
Okay, cool. And let me show you guys the back so you guys can get a better view of like how wide this tire is. This is like something you'll see on a like Lamborghini or a Corvette or a GTR, and you're seeing this on a Miata. That's intense. Tell us about this. Did you did this fabrication, right? Like
Yeah,
the
so
fender flares?
These are fully custom. I just built basically a template and then went from there.
Now, I know this is pretty random, but like, what is this? Oh, this looks like a Power Ranger coin or something. What is that?
No, so it's actually a belt buckle. It's brass, and I got it at some trade show or something like that. And I was like, that'd be awesome for, because a lot of people actually don't notice it. I'm surprised you did. I was going to point it out. So those are 3 projectors in each headlight. I don't know if they're actually considered projectors. They're just LED lights, and I think they appear to be projectors, but they don't have any like ballast or anything.
Okay. Did you get the car like the way it is? Like, I don't even know what you explain, like DeLorean style. Like, what? How did this happen? Did you make this?
Yeah. So the hood was originally stripped, and that's why I stripped the whole car. Is because I was wondering what I was gonna do with the whole rest of the body. So I really, I actually like DeLoreans a lot, and I've always wanted one, so that's kind of why I did this. And it was actually originally called the DeLorean Miata because the whole thing was stripped. It didn't have all this patina. It was actually all nice, and I kept it nice.
How many hours did you spend stripping the car?
Oh my god, a lot. Like, I mean, I remember the first couple of weeks that I got this were entirely just filled with me sanding and grinding all the paint down. It was a lot of hours.
Now let me ask you a question that maybe has never been answered on YouTube, which is pretty random. Where did you buy this car originally?
About a mile north of here. So it was 2 college kids. They were in an apartment. It was in the basement of an apartment complex, and they were just trying to get rid of it.
I always thought this was fake, but that actually exhaust in there coming out of there. It's like not down here at all. Like, exhaust comes out of here.
You got the spoiler, and then you have the ducktail within it. I mean, I always thought that was like really cool in the GT3. So it's really just kind of a lot of things.
Okay.
Different cars that I've seen that I've liked implemented into one car.
The right question to ask is that where did you get influence? And basically, it was from other cars, and I could see that in here. This reminds me of the Carrera GT.
Okay, thank God. At least he didn't say the Ford GT.
So this is the car he's mostly known for on YouTube and on all social medias. Let's talk about other projects that you have going on. Want to start with the blue Corvette?
Yeah, so this is my 99 Corvette. It's kind of just Stance Drift project. It's kind of just whatever I want. I know everyone wants to put a label on everything, but I just, there's not really too much to it. I mean, it's really just seats, wheels. I got some aero stuff going on, but
okay.
it'll be nice and clean when I'm done. It's not really supposed to be like the Miata.
Okay. So this is a functional, well, more functional, because his Miata is actually, like, from what I've seen in reviews, like, everybody says that it's really functional. It's just, it scrapes, but it drives pretty normal.
It's a Miata. I mean, there's not really much to it.
And he has like a NRG deep corn suede or Alcantara style steering wheel, a harness bar with the NRG. They look really nice, actually. These NRGs, they look comfortable too. How do you like them so far?
I like them. Yeah. And then the steering wheel is real nice. Everyone's been good.
And then, if you guys don't know too much about Corvettes, these cars are actually all fiberglass, right? Yeah. When I first got here, I thought just the fender and like the roof were fiberglass, but I didn't know the whole car was, to be honest with you guys.
These are Power Tricks coilovers. I have Swiss springs, just upgraded to go a little bit stiffer.
Okay. And then you what did you cut out here? Like this is
this was actually a lot lower. If I were to be this low, it would be hitting like probably at least an inch over by now. There's just like some platform here, and then the windshield washer fluid reservoir sits on top of that.
Oh, okay. So tell us about the wheel setup in the front. So they're staggered, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I have 19s in the front, 20s in the rear. They are Heritage wheels by 3piece.us. They're fully polished. They're a little nasty right now because this car's been outside and it's been raining. So, but yeah, I think it's 10s in the front, 11.5s in the rears.
So let's go check out the other Corvette real quick, and then we'll get to his next big project that he's working on. This is another Corvette that you own.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about it. Tell us what year it is, what model, and all that.
So it's an 01 Z06. It's got the two-tone interior. It's a little bit more rare. I like it for the most part. It's a little different anyways. But it's pretty clean. It's just my daily driver. There's not really too much going on. It's factory, except for like an exception with the radio and some other simple stuff.
And have you done any modifications on this car?
Yeah, so there's one, and it was really just more of, not really performance, but it has a full titanium exhaust from the factory. And there's a thing that people do, it's called a bypass mod.
Yeah.
And so it was a little bit more expensive since it's titanium, but it's just, it goes straight from here and it bypasses a little bit of the muffler and just makes it a little bit louder.
Okay.
And then it still has the muffler, which almost acts like a J-pipe, so there's no drone. It's really not that loud, but it does sound good under power.
I've always wanted a Z06. Ever since I used to play Forza back in the day. Not Forza, that's wrong. Gran Turismo. So let's move on to the next project that you got going on. This is a crazy build. And let me ask you a question. You say that it's called Bazooka style?
Bozozoku. Yeah.
Bozozoku. What is, I always thought this style was called Spookum.
No, so usually people think that it's called Shakatan or Bozozoku or just Bozo for short, but no, I've talked to several people and it's Bozo. Each one of them have their direct translation to something different. Like Shakatan, I think means like camber, and then like Bozozoku is actually like we're like gangs or whatever, but this is kind of like the style of the car that they built. So
okay,
it's more Bozo than anything else. There might be other, you know, styles that it can be called, but just because it has that, you know. So
okay,
this is an '87 Cressida originally, and it's really nothing special. It's an incredible car when I got it. I bought this thing for $600, and the interior is like, it was mint. Everything works. The radio works. It's like, it's really pretty crazy for like '87. It's pretty advanced. You can see I'm working on the rear, the ducktail, and these are just some expanding foam to help me get the shape that I want.
And my question to you with this project, I keep thinking every time I watch a video, because I'm keeping up with this build. I think it's really interesting and different. At any point, are you like getting scared? Like, fuck, this is not gonna work.
No, it's just it's a lot to take on by yourself. Especially a lot of the Bondo work is like so labor intensive that it's like the hood. You can see that it looks good on film right now the way it is because it's all one color and it's kind of smooth, but it still probably needs another solid like 2 days of work, like working like 8 hours at least.
Now I know where your direction's going, because I watched an old video of yours doing my homework on you. There was a purple one that you showed in that video. I was talking about where it all started, and you talk about this back in the day. It was a purple one,
yeah,
and it has this.
I'm going for
right.
I think this is what I wanted to do before the Miata. The Miata just came up and it was so cheap I couldn't help but buy it. But this was originally what I was looking for. I was looking for, you know, some old boxy Toyota so that I could do this. This was what was originally going to happen, you know, rather than the Miata.
So this was the idea before camberghini.
Yeah, I originally just got massive offset wheels, which these things usually have. The ducktail, you know, ducktail on this, you know, the fender flares, and there's just some smaller stuff, especially the oil cooler. That was a huge part of, you know, the inspiration. Like this thing eventually will have an oil cooler too, but it'll need, you know, the big splitter that it'll have, and, you know, sit on top of there. And so there's a lot more to go for this.
Yeah, that wraps up all his projects, which is pretty interesting. So we're gonna start filming. I really, honestly, to be honest with you guys, I don't really know how we're gonna shoot this short film, but I'm just gonna wing it and then try to make the best that I can with this and try to overshoot a lot so I can go any direction I want for this film. Hey guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I just finished editing Tyler Fialko's behind the scenes of his short film. I decided to make it into a two-parter because it was about 30 minutes long and I didn't want you guys to sit through that. So tomorrow I'll be uploading part 2, and here's a teaser so you guys can see what's for tomorrow. I love you guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. What happened? Oh! So right now we were driving to shoot some beauty shots at this location. He pulls up and I pull up next to him. All of a sudden the car makes a popping noise, the hood lifts, smoke comes out, and the spark plug is out of the last cylinder. Damn it. What the